David, your thoughts on the match this afternoon?
Listen, the first half, you've obviously finished at 2 each. I actually thought our best moments of the first half were when we went to 10 men. I thought we had enough, actually more opportunities than what we had in terms of only scoring 2 goals, albeit 2 very good goals. But when you go to 10 men against Ajax, it's always going to be a difficult ask. They obviously reset themselves at half time. They found a lot of spaces in the second half. We were trying to be a bit more patient and try and find a way to control the pitch, but they always managed to find, and they have got an extra man, they always managed to find that during their phase, and they were patient and unfortunately broke us down 4 times in the second half, which is obviously naturally frustrating, but obviously the biggest turning point for us comes on the sending off for sure.
Like you said, despite going down to 10 men, it seemed there was a lot of positives to take at the end of the first half and all to play for in the second, but it just didn't quite work out that way.
Well, listen, I think our energy when we went to 10 men came up, but to sustain that energy for the duration of the game, I think you're almost 70 minutes. I think playing 10 men against Ajax are very much a ball possession based team, and they'll actually try and kind of kill you with the way they move the ball and eventually get to a point where you become really lethargic. Now, playing against 11 with Ajax, the way they play is always going to be challenging as it was when we played them over there. This time, when you're down to 10 men for that time, and it's hard to cover the distance, which we tried. Obviously, we tried to keep 2 players, although we asked them to come back and fill spaces, but on regains we asked them to try and be energetic and hit them on counter-attacks. We had some moments in the first half when we did that, and as I say, we scored 2 goals, which were excellent goals on the back of being at 10 men at that point anyway. But ultimately, as I say, it's very difficult to maintain that for the duration of the game when you're down to 10 men for 70 minutes.
We knew coming into this fixture that there was no opportunity to progress for the rest of the tournament, but despite the result this afternoon, there must be plenty of positives that you can take from this European run.
Listen, we'll look back on that, and we have to and look at individual games and see the challenges that we face, see where we were successful. It's the first time we've been in the group stage of this competition against 3 really good teams, and some, as I say, we've fared up well. Even moments of the games, unfortunately, we've lost, but there's certainly moments we'll look back and the players will see where they've been successful, where they've shown up well, and where they've had challenges, and we have to try and learn from that going forward, because ultimately if we just look at these games as 6 games and that's us, we move on from it, then it becomes what's the point in doing it? We need to look at these 6 games, look at individual games and individual moments for the individual player, because ultimately it's about them now, and hopefully going forward they'll see where what they've learned, and going forward when we're faced with that environment again, and hopefully that'll be the case, we'll be prepared to get in it again.
A few of the boys will be involved in the Champions League match this evening at Ibrox. For all that might have left yourself and Brian a little short players on the pitch today, that must be incredibly positive for you to see them be involved in a game of that magnitude in front of the home fans.
Well, listen, we know our job. Our job at the B team is to try and facilitate players and the opportunity to get closer to the first team. So when the doors open, which you never know when it's going to be the case, the players need to be ready and go and do that. So it has opened up for a couple of players for tonight, which we're delighted about. And by doing that opens up opportunities for players to come in and play today as well. So I think over the course of the 6 games, I think opportunities have opened up for different players at the younger age group to come in and either be part of the squad or be part of the 18 and get on the pitch, which we're really pleased about, because hopefully they'll be the ones in the next few years that will come in and still be eligible to play in this tournament. We'll look at tonight, and then obviously we'll wish Robbie and Connor Allen, they're 2 obviously involved in the game tonight, which we wish them well to hopefully go on and have a successful evening tonight as well. There are 1 or 2 others that are injured, but that's part of this journey, that's part of playing midweek weekend. We've been doing that now for the last 5-6 weeks. So it's sore just now, because we never want to be faced with that result for sure. But we'll look at certain moments and why we found ourselves in that situation today, and we've absolutely got to believe in you when you go to 10 men against a team like this. It's going to be tough, but we're obviously actually disappointed it's ended up where it's been.